What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and welcome back to our Fallout New Vegas series. If you are enjoying the series, make sure to leave a like. If you're not, make sure to leave a dislike. I appreciate all your feedback. Where the heck is that music coming from? Can I turn that off, or is it stuck? It's probably what gave me copyright on my last episode. Anyways, a few announcements. Merry Christmas Eve if that's something you celebrate. Happy holiday. And our second announcement is, I understand if you watch this series, you might not be into my other series, but in case you are, we just concluded our voting for our next series, which is Dawnless Days, the Lord of the Rings mod for Total War Attila, and we are currently doing a faction vote for that mod. So if there is a specific faction, I chose 3 for you guys, within those factions that you want to see, make sure to vote. If not, it's no biggie. But enough about the announcements. Let's go ahead and finish talking to these robots. Because we just started a brand new DLC.
I can hear your penis-tipped feet tromping around. Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank had to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
You seem like the one in charge. You are...
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
Who is Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment.
Screens are really
Now
close.
he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
Robo-scorpions drain intelligence from living creatures? How? Chems?
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
Why do I have this strange passive sensation in here?
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Why the anti-aggression programming?
We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
Who are these visitors?
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module.
Oh.
Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
Okay. What is this place?
This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man, and to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science, atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
I've heard this place called the Big Empty.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here.
I'd like to know more about the Forbidden Zone.
That glowing red scar? That laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child? It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
Can you tell me more about these pylons?
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
I have some questions about this brain extraction you all performed.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto-dock runs are remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
You said before that Mobius might have my brain?
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
Mobius set up the auto-dock medical routine, so you think he's responsible for the post-organ dump?
Yes. Always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The auto-dock is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well.
My brain would know?
It can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
What's this auto-dock surgery code you mentioned?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto-dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
Why would Mobius want my brain?
Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
These mechanical robo-scorpions consume intelligence. Are you certain of your findings?
Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Okay, that's all for now.
Yes, a most goodbye.
Okay, we have Dala.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me. Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
The quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin?
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity.
I can't help but notice your fascination with the human body.
What? Nonsense.
Close eyelids, breathe deeply, then stretch languidly?
What? What are you doing?
Run your hands along the sides of your face, then exhale rapidly.
Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography?
Turn and cough roughly, then slowly scratch nose.
Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
What is going on? Why don't you just give in? There's nothing wrong with looking at the human body.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
I could come back anytime and just breathe if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my gel might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Ba, bloop. Ba, bloop. Ba, bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, Lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
What the hell just happened? Who are you? What do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
211 doctorates? How's that even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
First head chief researcher? A lot of titles.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
I'm sometimes called a courier.
Oh, a A mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
What was the question? I mean, she wouldn't know.
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Why did you remove my brain, and how?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
But how am I still talking and walking around?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
I feel strange in here, peaceful but on edge.
It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Is there any way to shut it off?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all lobotomites here.
I had other questions.
Perhaps you are stuck in a looping gesture of verbal intercourse.
Can you tell me about Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius, a monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
Okay. I don't understand how the tech Klein wants will help.
It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the dome where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Can you tell me about the Big Empty, Big Mountain?
This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see, no matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Previous test subjects?
Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
Why did you say 3-1 subjects before?
Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure.
What happened with the visitors?
Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
We've spoken enough. Or no, there's more questions, right? Nope. Okay.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Alright, is this Dr. O? It is. So we
I
can
don't
apparently
understand how you can stand those leg things.
we can apparently ask him a lot of questions.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
You're Dr. O, correct?
Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco tech on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my Pip-Boy?
How dare you bring Robco tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
Wait, so Mr. House made the Pip-Boys? Calm down, I just wanted to ask some questions.
Fine. Ask.
I heard you and 8 were attacked by previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Tell me what happened.
This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but
Who were the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
Why is that?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
What do you do here?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
That doesn't sound impressive, breaking machines that is.
Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
Do you have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Are you sure? I'm a good listener. Got the ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
If this kept confusing the letter with the number, your name is Dr. O, Dr. Zero?
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero.
I don't know. Alright, so you want me to call you Zero, or...
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
If you wanted to differentiate the O and Zero, just put a slash through the zero.
What?
Zero. Draw a slash through it. Or it's standard term length code to distinguish the two.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
So is that what you want to be?
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Math Wrath. Well, there's a power in Zero. It reduces anything multiplied against it to 0. That's kind of cool.
Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. I make a 0 in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
So, Zero, got any amazing discoveries to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it?
Scrap electronics? It certainly is. Interesting, whatever it once was.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Tell me about Mobius and these monsters of his.
That genius Mobius somehow cobbled together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone.
Is this Wasteland?
Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
A giant robot scorpion?
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
Okay. Can you tell me about this facility?
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
I need more of those worthless caps to test the CIU barter functions upstairs.
I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
I think we've spoken long enough.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Okay, now we're supposed to talk to Mr. Klein over here. Ask him about the conversation. And then we have to go back to the sink and install the intelligence.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet?
I heard one of the previous visitors to the dome spoke to you, asked you some questions.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Okay. That's all for now.
Yes, a most goodbye.
Alright, let's go ahead and all friends have off switches. Let's get this going. Where do these doors go? You also have some footlockers. Scrap metal. 5.56 rounds. Some mentats. Ammo box, small energy cell bulk. Lobotomite gloves, -2, or goggles. -2 intelligence. So we don't actually have to do anything with the ammo, right? Like those ammo boxes. I don't think so. I think it automatically like transfers into regular ammo. Can we go into these rooms? Bunch of drain stuff. Scrap electronics. Oh, it's their rooms. She is obsessed with humans. Sexy sleepwear. Interesting. Oh, is that like their bed? That's like their resting spot? Maybe to like recharge?
If not, we will not hesitate to ask again.
What was wrong with it? Didn't say I wasn't allowed in here. Bobby pin. Stim packs. Bottle caps. We're getting a lot of free bottle caps. Dino toy. Magnum rounds. You have mentats. Wonder glue. A lot of mentats around. A lot of mentats. Ammo. Radiation suit. Radaway. Dr. Mobius's glasses? What's so important about these? Explosives plus 10 and plus 2 intelligence with 1 DT? Heck yeah, we'll take that. Auto caps, pre-war money. Okay. Let's get a move on. I think that's everything over here. Sonic emitter, revelation now available in the vendor interface.
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the sink. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir?
Are you some kind of artificial intelligence?
Regrettably not, sir. All modules in this habitat are synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating system. There is no intelligence here, sir.
You mean there are other personality modules here?
Indeed, sir. Though if Sir's aim is to activate them, I lament to inform, sir, that most have been offline for some years. If Sir were to ask my opinion, I should venture that Sir is better off without them. However, if Sir is determined to inflict upon Sir's self their dubious services, Sir might locate backup personality disks elsewhere in the facility.
Why is that?
The other modules are rather erratic, sir. Their personality matrices are built on flawed logic and have not weathered the years well, sir.
So I can access their functions without loading the personality holotapes?
Tragically, the core operating systems are also located on the personality tapes, sir. Once the tape is installed, Sir may request I switch their dialectic interfaces off, and I shall oblige with great delectation. However, Sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality.
Why are there so many personality modules?
As I am given to understand, sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius. He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say.
Okay.
Indubitably, sir.
What services do you provide?
In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide Sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods Sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile.
Okay. I'd like to buy some things.
Very good, sir. Should Sir be in the market for a new suit of morning wear, I have several suggestions that might suit.
Okay, we have rounds, scientist glove, shovel, sonic emitter, revelation. Didn't we get something? Oh, okay, so he just offers us another one. Apparel, patient gown, radiation suit, and scientist scrubs. Aid. You have a lot of caps, dude. Get rid of the long fuse dynamite. Let's get rid of some of these grenades. Let's get rid of some of the C4. Let's get rid of the boomer stuff. Get rid of the patient gown. Okay, and you have some ammo. Okay. So now where do we go?
A most rapturous morrow on your return to your domicile, sir. I find things in order and the riff-raff contained.
Well, if we want to do some of these quests now, find the missing modules for the sink, auto dock, and the biological research station. That's the research station. Is that the auto dock? Okay, it says to go this way. Big NT. Oh, and we already have everything discovered. Right. We have enemies out here? Are these lobotomites?
Intruder, you must take the eyes of my robo-scorpions, or their pincers.
Okay. This gun isn't super great against these guys, is it? Jeez. I think this dude's got a shotgun. .12 gauge, box of detergent. He could have a shotgun. Lobotomite mask. I mean, that mask is kind of cool. A proton axe. Bonus damage versus robots and power armor. The jumpsuit gives +1 strength. What does our, what does this give us again? Intelligence and science, but science we don't need. We already have it maxed out. Intelligence is at 10. Or we could get +1 strength if we wanted. Okay, yeah, intelligence is maxed out. We'll go for the charisma and guns. Okay. We're gonna head this way. We should make sure to quick save. We haven't done that in a while. We're probably gonna have a bunch of copyright issues with this DLC. I wonder if we should just turn our music off at this point. Duct tape. Now, what's up with this gun that they gave us? Uses E-cells. Critical strike paralysis. What the heck is this goofy thing? Oh, we're almost dead. Is our weapon hurting us? Now we have these super stim packs. What's the super stim pack debuff?
What terrors does the big mountain hold for the intrepid seeker? Really? Does anyone know? I'm lost.
And what's up with status? Stimpack sickness. Ah, -1 strength and agility. Interesting. Doghide and scrap metal. Wait, it's not killing these guys? That did. Okay, we're getting pretty low again. guys are just a bunch of Rexes. Energy cell overcharge. How do we change ammo types again? I don't remember. Auto caps. Let's pop another sunset sarsaparilla. Somebody over there. Five. Okay, bunch of scrap. War money. Drain stuff, psycho, purified water, medical facility. It's so bizarre not having companions.
My robo-scorpions will soon conquer the crater. It's just that this is a big place, so it's hard to conquer everything.
Okay. Oh my god, this does like no damage. Does paralyze though. Okay, flamer fuel. Health regeneration and endurance? Ouch. Oh my god, that hurt. Health regen? That drops the glasses. So we lose out on the 2 intelligence. We gain plus 2 DT. So now we're up to 8 intelligence. So maybe we will go for the mad scientist scrubs. Although then we lose charisma and guns. Sure, it's something new. Why not? Reward money. Stealth boy. Christine COS recon armor? What in the heck are we getting? +5 sneak, 19 DT. It's a medium armor though. Kinda enjoyed like my no armor run. A +5 sneak is pretty nice for us. Auto caps. Combat armor. This sells for a lot, but it weighs so much. Medical brace. We haven't really done any crafting this whole run. I feel like it hasn't really been necessary. Auto dock upgrade, cosmetic enhancements. Was that the quest? No, there's definitely still stuff up here. Paint gun. Sync project auto dock. There we go. Make sure we're saving. How do we get in that room? Maybe through here? Sierra Madre test case. I heard one of the execs mention that whether Sinclair knew it or not, the Sierra Madre would be a test case for the Autodoc and the innovative toxins research. Maybe they were joking, but even that kind of a joke sends a chill down my spine. If I got poisoned by one of those toxins, no way would I crawl inside one of the Y-17 Autodocs here if my life depended on it. The medical tech for those trauma suits alone makes me wish they'd erase their research. The suits do more thinking than the people inside them. Whoa. Y-17 trauma harness testing results. The Y-17 trauma harness has succeeded beyond our wildest expectations. The test harnesses were able to take over the motor functions of an injured subject and walk them back to home base. We'll have to see what develops once it's recorded enough neuro-automuscular movements to display a wider range of behaviors. To think, if they could be programmed to replicate a wearer's shooting or fighting reflexes, we'd have something truly amazing for the war effort. Action items. Some issues still remain to be ironed out before the Y-17 trauma harness is ready for general production. Calibrating the proper amount of injury to trigger the suit remains problematic. Still, the little Yangtze subjects could hardly protest once inside the harness. If a home base is not designated, the suit enters an unpredictable wander state. And, as we discovered while calibrating injury levels, the suit sensors are unable to recognize when the wearer is dead. Luckily, autonomous corpse retrieval is nearly as useful as autonomous casualty recovery. Okay. So what, there is no getting in this room for right now? There's a hand in there. How the heck do we get in here? Oh. Feel like there's gotta be a way in there. Maybe just not right now. Let's continue on with our quest. Let's go back here. Oh, we have enemies. Okay. Let's go to the sink balcony. Enter in here.
Might I be of service, sir?
I'd like to buy some things.
Very good, sir.
I'd actually like to sell. That is some really good recon armor. But it's so heavy. I'm gonna get rid of it. Let's get rid of the jumpsuit. Up to 91k.
A most rapturous good morrow on your return to your domicile, sir. I trust you will find things in order.
Is this the auto dock? No. What the heck is the auto dock? It's a Securitron. Here's your spine. Without a brainstem to snap it onto, here it floats. Your back doesn't feel any different from the spine's removal. If anything, whatever was placed in there makes you feel stronger. Based on the other tanks in the room, you can safely assume this is where your brain would be floating. It's currently missing from both the tank and its proper place in your head, but you seem to be doing just fine without it. This is your heart. Apparently, cranial surgery complications required its removal, and until your brain is returned, your heart can't be trusted to keep beating in your body. Your new heart seems to be working just fine, however. That's the research. Where the heck is Autodoc? Ah.
Well, how about that? Old Autodoc's back online. Well, alright, come here, let's have a look at you.
Can you do anything beyond healing me?
Well, firstly, I would say providing wholeness of the body is service enough, but if you must know, I'm also programmed with cosmetical subroutines. Diagnostic says they're offline at the moment, though. Something about corrupted data files and all manner of such foolishness. If you want a haircut or a nose job that won't leave you looking like a ghoul with alopecia, you'll have to find replacement discs for them. Also, and I won't swear to this, but I recollect at some point having a few implant installation modules. Can't speak to where they got to, though.
I'm feeling a little unwell in the head. Can you perform a psychiatric evaluation on me?
Concerned about the state of your mind, are you? Well, such things ain't my specialty, but I'm happy to tender my opinion as to your mental health. I should make you aware that the benefits of such a procedure are exclusive. That is, this only works once. Now, are you sure this is what you want?
Oh, is this to reset skill points?
Well, I'll be right here.
Feel like that's what that means.
You require some additional services?
I'd like to engage your services.
And rightly so, I should think. All right, then. Let me just fire up the old interface for you.
Swap body parts? This prototype Autodoc is capable of performing a thorough physical exam and curing the patient of all common ailments, radiation sickness, lacerations, broken bones, even chemical addictions. In addition, it can also give haircuts and perform cosmetic surgery. I'd assume that this heals us, right? You are now completely healthy.
You require some additional...
What are swap body parts? This option doesn't seem to be available right now. Some sort of control override must be in place. Well, we don't want to change the way our character looks, but that's cool. Okay, so now they want us to go on the other side. We have something going on over here. Oh, X12. Alright, we'll refrain from, override harness. Get back, Lobotomite. Maybe against the Lobotomite we should use something different. Let's use our service rifle. Did not expect this gun to be single fire. This gun barely does any damage. That was an interesting tactic. 20 gauge, he had a hatchet, a patient gown. He had a BB gun. Oh, it's literally a dead person. Holy cow. Well, that's kind of wild. Absinthe? Laser rifle. Oh, jeez. Headshots. My goodness. And this thing is basically max condition. Another proton axe. Oh geez, I saw all those people over there. Alright, headshots. Nice. Back to the head. Alright, headshots aren't too bad. Headshots aren't too bad. Okay. Increases attack speed. Alrighty. Well, this has been pretty crazy so far. But I think before we go any further, we are going to go ahead and end things here. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.